Katie Chats here in downtown Toronto with filmmaker Jeremy Lalonde. What are you most excited about for tonight's LIFT event?
It's just really nice to be part of a film community and be able to meet and chat with other filmmakers. I mean, I think that's the hardest part about being a filmmaker is that it's such an isolating thing and that you're constantly working on your own stuff. So it's really nice to be able to chat with other people and figure out their experiences, and you learn a lot from that as well.
What are you going to be focusing on at tonight's panel?
You know, I really don't know. It's I mean, the panel is about first-time filmmakers and their experiences making their films. So I'm not really sure what kind of questions or topics they're going to bring up, because I think it's going to be such a diverse group of stories. I mean, everyone's first film story is completely different from anyone else's, right? And so it's hard to give advice on how to make your first film because everyone's film itself is different and everyone themselves is different. And like my first film getting that made is completely different from my second film. And so I think, you can learn a lot from these kind of panels, but at the same time, at the end of the day, you just got to go out there and figure out your own route.
How did it feel to be nominated for Best Director at the Canadian Comedy Awards?
It was great. I mean, for small films like ours, any kind of exposure is really, really crucial. And, the old adage is true, that it's an honor to be nominated because it means that your film and your name is getting out there in ways that it wasn't before.
What was the inspiration behind your most current project, Sex After Kids?
Well, at the time, I had a newborn and a 3-year-old, so, that's self-explanatory in that. And then I thought that I wanted to do an ensemble film that I could do kind of on my own without having to get too much money from outside sources. And so I was just looking for an idea, and I just kind of like one day stumbled upon, realized, oh my God, my own life is fertile enough. And then realizing that I hadn't really seen this story done properly or in such a way, and that there's probably a lot of other parents like me that would really enjoy seeing it kind of lampooned a little bit.
And what phase are you in right now in terms of finishing the film?
We are just finishing up our rough cut to submit to Sundance.
What are the advantages and disadvantages of using private investors and crowdsourcing as a way to finance your film?
I mean, so far I haven't seen any of the downside of crowdfunding. I know other filmmakers in the past have had issues because of the way the rules have been set up, whether or not you could legitimately invest in a film that way. The way we've done it through Indiegogo, it's basically considered donations. And in turn for those donations, you get perks. Whether it's a copy of the film in the end, or for us, one of the perks we offered was you can name a character in the film. So stuff like that, which you don't have to give any kind of monetary thing back, but it's something that they get out of it that you get to keep. So for us, it was like, for me, the crowdfunding, on top of just getting the money for the film, it was also, we built an audience for the film and a knowledge of it already, and we've already got a little buzz going on for the film before it ever happened, where for my first film, which was completely private investment, which was great as well, the buzz didn't start, or any knowledge of it didn't start until we were getting out into the festival circuit. So for us, we're the earliest we'll premiere on the festival circuit is January if we get into Sundance. But either way, it'll be 2013. But 6 months before that, we already had people looking forward to seeing it.
How did things go on set shooting Sex After Kids? Did it run smoothly?
Pretty much. And the way we shot over 15 days over the course of 4 months. Because of the nature of it, most of our crew and cast work on television shows during the day and during the week. So the only way we could really do it was to shoot on weekends. So it was hectic. I mean, the scheduling, that kind of thing is a bit of a nightmare, but in terms of the shooting days, it was great. I mean, everyone just came and played, and it was kind of like summer camp.
How did you go about casting?
I cast the film before I wrote it. For the most part, there was a couple roles that we cast after, but it was like I said, I wanted to do an ensemble, and I had a group of actors that I knew for sure I wanted to work with, and some other people I wanted to approach, and so I just kind of made a list of all the people I thought might want to do it, and knowing how we had to do it, I had written up kind of like a little manifesto of, this is the down and dirty way we're going to do it, and so anyone that doesn't want to, just say no thanks and pass along, and that's fine. But if you want to do it, here's how it's going to be done, and I will write a character for you, and we can, workshop together or whatever. And that's kind of how the casting process was. It was like a casting writing process at the same time.
And where's the best place to find out more information on you and on your projects online?
You can go to my website, which is jeremylalonde.com. You can go to the film's website, which is sakmovie.com. Otherwise, join our Facebook page for Sex After Kids. Once we hit 1,000 likes, we're going to post the trailer. And on Twitter, I'm at LalondeJeremy.
Thank you so much, Jeremy. Congratulations on all of your success, and best of luck speaking tonight at the Liaison of Independent Filmmakers of Toronto.
Thank you.
I'm Katie Uhlmann reporting for Katie Chats here in downtown Toronto.